Like, as smart as our race is, we know nothing, mate.
Sit down, take your clothes off, put this on,
That sounds wash quite your dominating. Hand. But it is quite cool when they're like, go, you, in here. Okay, welcome back to the What's That podcast, the only show on the internet where we will talk about anything and everything. So before we start, first thing I want to say, if you've got something at home that you want to ask us, drop it down in the comments or DM either me or Joe, because we'll talk about anything or everything.
Anything
and everything. But yeah, that's it. So yeah, do that. But let's get started, Joe. So today we've got quite a lot to talk about.
Always.
But first of all, mate, I want to let you know something, and I want to let all of you know something. It's a bit of an announcement.
Oh, exciting.
And I'm saying it, mate, I'm saying it on here so that it is happening.
Do I know this?
No. Well, I think I told you. But it's definitely going to happen because I'm saying it on this, okay?
Okay.
Are you ready?
It's a verbal contract is about to be binding.
Mm-hmm. I, Sam Woodhouse, of Yorkshire descent, I'm going to go sober until we hit the next step of the coronavirus lockdown, like, coming out thing. So actually, I'm on the milk tonight. Oh, I ain't had any booze.
Milk.
I've been drinking so much, and I've just felt, like, constantly intoxicated. And then today, I haven't drunk in, like, a couple of days.
I might join you, mate. It's a good idea.
I haven't drunk in a day, sorry. But today, I woke up feeling, like, fresh. And I thought, this is nice. So I thought I might do it until the end of...
Nice to wake up and not feel hungover.
Until I can see you guys again. So I think that's going to be June the 1st from what he was saying. The next
That'll
step.
be a little treat.
And yeah, I'll be able to have a drink with you guys.
I might join you, mate. Why not?
2 meters social distance rules, you know.
No drinking until...
drinking until I think it's a good idea.
See you in person.
I think it's a good idea. So I'm going to strictly stick to the milk, you know.
It's not the same, is it? It's not the same as doing it, like, going out.
No, it's just like a coping mechanism. You feel a bit shit, have a drink.
Yeah.
Innit?
Yeah.
But
you want to be drinking for the right reasons, not the wrong reasons.
Absolutely, mate. And that's what I was thinking. I was just thinking the other day. I was like, nah. Mate, I took a step today, didn't I? Like, I just felt like I've taken a step in the right direction. And I'm not drinking until phase 2 or whatever, number 2. The next step. And I've said it on here, so I can't go back on it now. If you see me with a pint in my hand, tell me off.
When we can raise a glass together.
Exactly, we'll be able to raise a glass together on the podcast. First drink back, live, coming from our little studio.
Love it.
In your house.
my living room.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, so first thing, Joe, I'm sticking with like the not the coronavirus topic, but I want to stick with the quarantine topic, all right?
Events.
The loneliness, the seclusion that we're all going through right now, yeah? I want to know what you feel like. Like, obviously, you're quarantined with a bunch of lads. How do you feel not having, like, a woman around? Obviously, I've got my mum, but I mean, like, I don't mean, like, any woman. I mean, like the woman. Like
a woman of the house.
No. I mean, like, having a woman around who's your woman. Like, just... I don't I know you don't have a... Mate, I know you don't have a woman constantly. But I mean, like, you have girls here, there. So I want to know what it feels
here
like.
And there.
Yeah, you do. You do. You just don't... Mate, you have a little chick round every now and then, don't you? You like to dip your feet in the sands.
Brilliant.
And don't even try and hide it, mate. We all know you do.
It's...
Because all you can do right now is that. You can talk to girls. Shit, mate. It's shit.
It's that.
Mate, just speaking to people in clubs, whatever, like... Just...
Yeah, I wouldn't even attack it from, like, a girls... just purely about girls. I just miss talking to a variety of different people.
Yeah.
Like, you know... I'm mates with everyone here and we get along well, but it's just like I want to mix it up.
Don't you just miss, like, having a little girlfriend? But not a girlfriend. Because we've said on this podcast, we don't want a girlfriend. But I just mean, like, having
playing
female company, mate. Like a woman around to chat with, to fool around with. I don't know.
Mate, even not in a
sexual way, exactly.
Not even not in that type of way. No, but like even a girl that is not even an option, or I don't want to be an option. It's still nice to talk to someone different.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying. Like, how much do you miss having someone like that around?
Like just harmless, like chat and flirting and shit. Like
yeah.
Yeah, I miss it.
Like a lot, like a fucking ton.
Is that what you want?
I just miss being around. Yeah, I think you hit the nail on the head there, mate. Like, not just girls, but like I just miss being around other people, like, and just talking and interacting and socializing with people. Like you say, it's fun. It's fun when there's a girl around because you can do the flirt a bit. You know, you can have a little flirt, or even if you're not flirting, it's just nice to have someone around, innit?
100%, yeah. I think this virus is going to make me complain less because
that's a big thing. I think everyone's saying that.
How
like people will be much more appreciative of everything around us, which is a great thing, mate. It's fucking great. Yeah.
It shows. I think it shows how good we've got it, really.
But Joe, like speaking of you like seeking a female like companion, mate. The first sort of story.
Yeah, speaking of that.
The first story I wanted to touch on, Joe, is one that we've spoken about before in the past. But I think we might have some new people watching who don't know anything about it. And also, we've got more information about this that our original watchers can delve deeper into.
I really don't know where you're heading with this.
You should. So, for anyone that doesn't know what I'm talking about, like yourself, Joe, me and you, we went on a little trip this year before everything shut down. We went to Amsterdam, didn't we?
We did.
But that wasn't your first time in Amsterdam.
It wasn't.
Because you'd been the year prior, and you'd done something while you were there, hadn't you?
I did many a thing. There's
many things.
Many things to do in Amsterdam.
And many women. No, not many women. Just you did a woman there, but not out of her choice. It was out of your choice.
What do you mean out of her? What does that mean? Not out of her choice. It's still her choice.
Oh, well, no, but I mean like
that sounds like.
I don't know, mate. I don't know.
She consented.
But yeah, if there's that involved, only if there's that involved. Yeah, exactly. Anyways, back to what I'm back to my topic. All right, back to what I want to talk about. I want to know because you've never actually truly gone into it with me. You've dipped your feet in the sands and done a little bit of that and a bit of this. But I want to know, mate, what's the process? Because I hold my hand up and say this right now. I've never slept with a prostitute. No matter how much he was trying to get me to when I went to Amsterdam, I wasn't having it. I was not having it. It was just something I didn't want to do. So,
it's legal.
It's something that you would want to do though, Joe. And we all know that. You've been very open and honest. But now I want you to delve deeper.
Yeah, but
what happens
I'll just say off
Amsterdam?
the bat, I'm like, it's a one and done thing. I'm not.
I think you said that last time, actually. You said, like, you wouldn't do it again.
Yeah.
But that's funny, because I'm going to touch on something else in a bit. Right, right, so, mate, I want to know the process. So, for anyone out there that's wondering what it's like to sleep with an Amsterdam prostitute on the red light district, tell us.
Fuck's sake.
So, what were you actually doing? Were you walking along?
When do I get to expose you? When do
Mate, you can't expose me about anything, because I ain't that bad. This podcast is about me exposing you.
Thanks. Brilliant.
No. I wouldn't say it's bad, mate. It's not a bad thing. It's just an interesting thing. You're more interesting than me. That's what I'm saying.
It's very much like a business transaction, essentially, from the start. There's no like.
Does it feel weird, like doing it, knowing that she's just thinking, 100 quid, 100 pounds, 100 euros. Oh,
Yeah, it felt very weird.
That felt really weird, me just doing that.
It felt very weird. To be fair, the act wasn't really that bad. It wasn't awkward. It was.
How long
it's
did
more
you
just-
last?
Oh, for God's sake! I don't remember.
like, is there a time? Is there a time limit? Like, did they go? Did you go in?
I assume
you
that,
can't be longer
I assume,
than 10 minutes.
I assume there probably is. I didn't reach it though, but. Yeah, but like the act of it itself wasn't really that weird. It's just more like everything surrounding it, like going in, like having to pay.
Yeah.
Like her telling you what to do, like her telling you where to like sit and like how to, you know,
how to do it.
Yeah, she's like.
Did it kind of feel like was she like a bit of a like, and I don't mean this in a weird way, but like a mummy figure.
Oh, what the fuck?
Wait, I mean like, no, no, I mean like teaching you how to do things. Like,
no,
you know, like girls say like,
no,
like
not,
they want a daddy. Is it? Did you want a mummy?
No, not like how to do sexual things. Just like she'd just tell me like, just sit down, take your clothes off, put this on, like wash your hands.
Wash your hands. Come on, mate. Imagine after all this coronavirus, what they're gonna be like. Use the hand sanitizer before you touch me. Imagine dodgy a lot. But yeah, no. So that was the first time you did it, obviously. And how much did it cost you, just out of curiosity?
I think it was like €80. Maybe.
€80, right? I thought it was. I thought that was what you said before. So you paid €80 for sexual intercourse with a prostitute. Fast forward a year.
Thanks for.
And we go there, and I'm with you this time. Yeah, and we're walking down, aren't we? And all the cheekers. I'm not trying to like flex here or anything, because it's what they were doing to 70-year-old men. But all the cheekers were giving it all that. Yeah. Come on, boys. Like,
you were loving it.
I know,
you were loving it.
But it is quite cool when they like go, you in here. And you have to like, it does feel quite empowering turning them down. But, even though they're just doing it to everyone. But anyways, my point is, let's not lie, Joe. Let's not say it's a one and done thing, because I know for a fact.
Well, it was, because I didn't do it.
Well,
I didn't do it the second time.
But did you go into the room?
Yeah, after you practically pushed me in.
Mate, there was no pushing. All the boys would vouch for me that were there. All right, you wanted to do it. You were
there.
Mate, you were
there.
high as a kite. You were high as a kite, and because we said we think you'd do it again. We had a bet. Me and Blakey had a bet. We were like, I reckon he'll do it again. And Blakey was like, oh no, he's always said it's a one and done thing. And I was like, no, he's 100% mate. He's gonna do it again. I said if I'm with him, he'll do it. And so
you were just trying to force me in there.
So I said, if I go with him and I say that I'm gonna do it, which I wasn't gonna do it. If I say I'm gonna do it,
oh, I actually hate you.
Then me and you were walking, and they were at the other side of the river watching us. Were Blakey and was it Tomo? No, Lou, wasn't it?
Lewis.
Blakey and Lewis. They were at the other side of the river watching us, and we walked past. And I remember I said to her, I was like, Joe, she's cute, mate. She's giving us the eyes there, mate. And then she started coming out of a little doorway, giving us that. And then I managed to persuade you to go in. But it wasn't me forcing you in. You were willingly wanting to do it. You really were, mate. I'm not even lying. Anyways, so back to the story. So you went inside. You were there. You were in there for about 20 minutes.
All I'm saying is if I was walking by myself, I wouldn't have gone in.
No, but all you needed was a little bit of a push, mate. Right. Anyways, so you were in there about maybe not 20 minutes, like 10 minutes, because me and all.
I wasn't even in there 10 minutes.
Mate, they crossed the river by then and caught up to me, and we waited about 5 minutes for you. So for them to walk round, cross the river, and then for us to be waiting for about 5 minutes, you were in probably around 10 minutes. Because we thought you'd done it when you came out. We were like, oh, how was it? Like, what? Like, we were asking you questions, and you were like, oh, it didn't happen. And we were like, what the fuck? What? Like, you've been in there 10 minutes, what's been going on? And you were like, you were really quiet about it. You just started shaking your head. I think you were like, I don't know what was wrong with you. You were just like, didn't happen. And you were getting really angry. You were really high. But you were, like, we were like, what the fuck is going on? You've been missing 10 minutes. What have you been doing? So, just tell us, Joe, just one sentence, what happened?
Well, when we walked, for God's sake, when we walked up to the door, she said like €60, so like sick. Walked in, and she was like, explained that €60 is to get you hard, and then like 150 for oral and 250 for like intercourse.
Jesus Christ.
So
250. You
yeah.
had a steal last time. €80.
I think it was because it was on the night.
Yeah, did you do it daytime then?
Yeah, I think the night time they're like, oh well, everyone's high or drunk, so they can charge more.
Yeah,
Maybe,
that's a good point. That's
or
weird
she was
though.
Or the first one was just generous.
Peak times as well, mate. Peak times. Like the streets were always much busier on a night.
Yeah.
Than the, like in the day, everyone's like inside somewhere like a cafe. I found.
Yeah.
Whereas on the night, everyone was on the streets, walking the streets, smoking on the streets, whatever. Yeah, it's a weird one. But, mate, just genuinely, like, because I'd never done it, and I'm pretty sure the majority of our audience, if not all of our audience, won't have done it, I wanted to know what the experience was like. And it's a one-and-done thing. Or a one-and-done attempt.
It nearly wasn't.
Exactly, but...
No, I just don't think it's, like, it's not all it cracked up to
Not
be.
anything to write to your parents about.
No, not necessarily. It's a bit weird, like, it's... When in Amsterdam, worth experiencing, I guess. But
this is the thing. Let's delve in a bit deeper here. So, to me, all right, sex and sexual intercourse is all about the connection. All right, that's why I'm not big on like one night things and all that. Because if you just met a girl, there's no connection, right? But if you met a girl, you chatted to her for a bit, and there's a bit of a connection, then you got something going. That's different. But
that could still be a one night thing, though.
Yeah. Well, yeah, exactly. It could. but I like, for me, I need to be like mentally engaged with someone. Like, at least think, I don't know, at least be on some kind of a wavelength with them. I wouldn't be able to just go in, see some prostitute, know that she's had about 10 shags already, and just be like, it's my turn.
See, I wish I knew that before I walked the streets with you, thinking that you were going to walk in.
Mate, I told you all, I'd always said, I'm never going to do it, and you kept saying to me, no, you'll do it. And I was like, mate, it's not something, like, I genuinely don't think I could, like, and I just, it's not something I'd want to do. Not that and that's not like me saying I think it's a bad thing, by the way. I don't think it's a bad thing. I don't think any worse of you. It's just a funny story, if anything. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. It's not bad. I mean, the act of it is still good. Obviously, it's sex, but it's not like
it's a bit of a price though. €80, €250. Fucking hell, Jesus, that's $250,000 in a night.
I know, can you imagine that? In 5 minutes.
yeah, exactly.
But that's the thing. Like people will do it. Like they must make a fucking killing.
Yeah, man. I know. Like, they must have just thought you had a bit of money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, but yeah. The next thing that I want to talk about, Joe, moving on from your sexual encounters. Sorry to bring that up again as well.
Yeah, let's move on.
I mean, that was a bit random. I know you didn't know that was coming.
Can we avoid any podcast without talking about
Mate, I think it's just isolation has just got me thinking about sex a lot. And it's got me thinking about girls a lot.
We seem like fucking creeps.
I know. No. Mate, we seem normal. I think girls and boys just miss having that like contact with the opposite sex. Or the same sex, if it floats your boat. Yeah, we're not just... We support all... What's it called? Sexualities. We support all sexualities. Anyways, so the next thing I want to talk about, Joe... the next thing I want to talk about is something a little bit random. Non-sex related. It's just a weird one that I had a little thought about the other night.
Yeah.
Okay, so... Do you ever feel like incredibly... this is going to make me sound like a pussy. Scared or isolated within the... Like, when you think... Like, do you ever think, like, that we, or you, or I, or whatever, are just this teeny thing in a universe that we don't even know the size of. So, like, me, for example, so if on a nighttime, like, if you look up at the stars, do you never just think, like, fucking hell, how big is the universe?
Yeah, I
and
think
what am I in that?
I think there's like a... What's it called? Like a
diagnosis?
Yeah, like a type of...
What, is that like an actual thing?
It's like a fear, innit? Like...
Is it?
Fear of being insignificant.
We spoke about fears on our last podcast, or a couple of podcasts ago, so go watch that. But yeah, no, back to this. Do you ever get that?
Yeah, I get that, especially at night.
Yeah, mate, we have a window by our front door, right? And every time, I'm always the last one up to bed, or usually I am anyway. And every time I walk past that window and look outside it, because I always check that the front door's locked. It always is, so don't try and break into my house. But I always check, and I look outside and I just see like a clear sky or a starry sky and just like an empty street, and I don't know why, but I just feel like, fuck me, man, like space is huge. Like, it's huge, and what am I? Just this teeny little thing made up of even smaller atoms and particles. It's scary. It's fucking creepy, mate.
I think it can also be a good thing. Like, it's good to be grounded and know that you're not the centre of the universe.
Yeah, but to you, you are the centre of the universe. Yeah. Not in like a cocky, arrogant way, but because you are you. Your brain is part of your body.
You're always your first priority.
Exactly. So it's a real weird one to me, because I don't know, like just thinking like how important actually to me, and I don't mean this in a cocky way or anything, but to me, obviously I'm really important because I'm me. Yeah?
Yeah.
To you, you are really important to yourself because you're you. And you're really important to me as well, Joe, just pointing that out. To all you watching, you're really important to me. Because I love you all. And anyone who's watched it this far is, with like 20 minutes in. So,
Trooper.
Really important to us. And we care about you, even if you are only a small little particle or whatever.
You think like how impactful your life actually is, like how...
Yeah, I know. It's fucking crazy, man. It's honestly crazy. And it's just always this thing that gets me. Like, I find it fascinating, but at the same time scary as fuck. Like stargazing. Like, have you ever been with a girl and looked up at the stars?
Oh.
Have you ever done that?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. And like, you don't have to be with a girl, but I'm just saying, like, it's a common thing. And it's like fascinating, but it's also scary as fuck. Like, thinking how big, and like, we do not even know what is out there, or the size of it, or how it's created, or anything. Like, as smart as our race is, we know nothing, mate, about anything. Like, we barely know anything.
Do you ever sit there and like think about your own mortality? I do that sometimes.
What do you mean? Like, how?
Just the fact that, like, now this is getting dark. I usually do it when I'm stoned. Like, when I'm going to bed, I just think about the fact that, like, this has got an end date on it, like an expiration date.
This is something mate, this is something that I'd actually quite like to say for the Gary podcast, if it happens. It's actually looking like that could happen, by the way. It's looking like Gaz could come on.
For people who don't know who Gary is.
Gary is a legend, alright, and we want him on the podcast.
We want him for his conspiracy theories.
Yeah, and just his mind, mate. His mind's pretty cool. But let's touch on it a little bit now. Yeah, I do. But do like, what is our end? Like, you're saying that we have an end, but we don't even know that. Like, we don't... Mate, like, realistically, like, let's go really dark and say that your consciousness ends. But your particles still live. You go into the soil, and you're there forever, mate. And who knows, like, what happens. Do you know what I mean?
Help plant a tree.
What a life. What a life that is.
Yeah, I want to do that. Like, ashes and buried somewhere. Like, under a tree or something, help to grow a tree or something.
No, but what I'm saying is, like, we don't even, like, there's the whole, like, DMT conspiracy like idea that so DMT, when people take DMT, which you have done, but when people take DMT, and you say that it was completely different with you, but
well, I did find out after the fact that there is a strain of DMT, I can't remember what it's called, that doesn't actually give you the
proper effects,
hallucinogenics, like the hallucinogenics type stuff.
Yeah.
So I think that's probably what I had.
Well, but a lot of people that take it say that they feel as if they go to a different universe. That's literally what they say. And for anyone that doesn't know, and I don't even know overly much about this, I haven't researched it before the podcast, so my explanation may be slightly off. But for anybody that doesn't know, when you die, your brain, is it your pituitary gland, or is it a different gland in your brain?
Oh, you know more than me already.
This gland floods your brain with DMT, so it floods. So DMT is a drug that is created by your brain. It's one of the glands in your brain.
Essentially, just to cope with the stress of dying.
Exactly. But people take small amounts of this DMT and take it as a drug, and it causes like crazy hallucinogenic effects.
You can extract it. You can extract it from plants and shit, I think, because plants also produce it as well when they die.
But there's this like crazy theory, which also, I mean, at one point I was really down in my life because of that whole mortality thing that you were talking about. Like, I got really down because I was like, wait, like, once I die, that's it. Like, once I'm dead, I'm dead. Like, is there even any point in this life? Got really deep, got really sad. And I spoke to my brother, who's a big Joe Rogan fan, and he told me about DMT. And I watched Joe Rogan talk about DMT. And then I studied about DMT. I looked up articles on the internet and everything. And it changed my perspective on everything because it gave me a bit of a hope of, if it's not an afterlife like we know, just some kind of afterlife. Anybody who takes this small amount of DMT would usually say, or a lot of people say, that they feel as if they go to a different planet. They see crazy human-like figures. I think it was Joe Rogan that said he saw a guy with 8 arms, right?
Yeah.
Now, what religion is it where one of the gods has 8 arms?
Vishnu is Hindu.
And I haven't researched this before the podcast, which I should have done. I didn't know we were going to talk about DMT though, but I'm sure their religion used to take it, which would potentially make sense as why they believe in a god with 8 arms, because they may have seen someone with 8 arms.
I think all religions have just come from fucking drugs.
They could have done.
People say like the burning bush in the Bible's fucking like a fucking DMT. Like, is Moses took DMT? Like the burning bush is. But I think there's got to be something there.
But
there's got to be something to it.
But this is what I'm saying. Like drugs. Like, I'm talking about when you die, you don't have a little bit of DMT. Your brain gets flooded with it. So the gland in your brain floods the brain with DMT to cope with the pain, right?
Yeah.
Now, like, so what if that is like the light at the end of the tunnel? Like, what if that is a way of your consciousness, like, being able to transport from one body, this body, into another universe? Whether that's another body, whether that's the same me, but in a different universe.
The like coping
potential,
with the pain.
Mate. It's potential.
The like coping with the pain thing stands up as well, because I remember when I did it, like, it wasn't like doing weed where you get sort of muscle twitches or your muscles feel good. Like, it wasn't like my muscles felt good or anything like that. I just felt nothing.
Yeah.
Like, my muscles didn't feel good or bad. Like, I just couldn't feel
just
anything.
Nothing.
Essentially.
But this
so it would help with pain if you like would die, you know.
Mate, I'd love to, like, all of these topics that we're like touching on in quarantine, like, I really want to delve deeper into. I want us to research them and then talk about them on the podcast. So I'd quite like to leave it there for DMT. Just touch on it a little bit, spread the pepper on the fucking food, and we'll
eat the steak
we'll eat the steak when quarantine's over, when we're face to face. we'll do a big talk about DMT because it's very interesting indeed. But yeah, so moving on to more important news, Joe. Probably the most important news to come out of this week.
Yeah.
Tekashi 6ix9ine released his new song.
So important.
Jesus.
So important.
So this, mate. So obviously I'd heard a few of his songs before, and like you think of him as like this joke, right? He is a meme, really. Yeah. And he's released this new song, Goober.
I'm sure he knows he's a meme as well.
Actually bangs. In a bad way, in a funny way. Like I'd like it's not a good song. Let me just like heavily state that it's a shit song. But
it's weird.
Kind of just makes you go like.
It's weird, isn't it?
Like, it's just
how shit songs can still like.
Yeah, like Gangnam Style. How much
enjoyable.
did that blow up? How much was that like a banger? Gangnam Style.
I'd completely forgotten about fucking Gangnam Style. Jesus.
Fucking classic,
what a throwback.
But this,
yeah, it's weird,
it's
isn't it?
broken
How, like,
records.
shit songs, you can still sort of like you can acknowledge it's shit.
He had 3 million views on his Instagram. The previous record was held by Drake and was it Tory Lanez? I think it was 300,000.
Yeah.
Oh no, sorry, he had Tekashi 6ix9ine had 2 million views on his Instagram live. Drake and Tory Lanez, I believe, had 300,000 and they held the previous record. He broke it. He didn't just break it, mate. He fucking smashed through it.
I don't think anyone, or I think very few people legitimately like him. Like 2 million people don't like Tekashi 6ix9ine. That's like they weren't watching his live stream because they like him as an artist. I think it just speaks to the internet's like thirst and need for like controversy and trolling and like shock wow factor.
Yeah,
it's like people just want to see the spectacle. Like he's just a troll, but everyone.
But mate, you've got to respect isn't the word, but you've got to like address the grind that he's gone through. Like imagine mentally how much like him ratting, him going to jail for whatever he'd done. He's had allegations that he's slept with a 13-year-old. Like he's had so much shit thrown at him.
I'm pretty sure he pled guilty to the 13-year-old.
Yeah, right. Okay. Yeah, like I said, like, that's why I'm saying, like, you can't sympathise with him or anything, but, like, the shit that he's gone through, and to still be fucking busting out music and...
Somehow being, like, the...
Imagine living your life
story.
knowing that you're just, like, a troll. Whatever, you know. Like, that's... Again, I don't want to say you've got to respect him, because if he's done all these horrible things, like, you shouldn't really have to respect someone like that.
He's a fucking rat.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, have you seen all the rappers are just like telling him to fuck off?
Maybe
like
exactly.
Snoop Dogg, like Meek Mill, everyone's just like.
That's what. But this is what I'm saying, mate. Like
off.
you can't respect him. Like there's no respect there. But you've sort of got to say like, how the fuck's he doing it? That's what I'm trying to say. How the fuck is he doing this?
I honestly think it's just internet culture. Like I think he's got that down. Like. People want the controversy. People want to hate him. People want to like him because it's funny. Like,
but he's shite. He can't rap or anything.
Yeah,
no. But saying that, you put exactly. He's got it down to a T, mate. He's got it. He knows what he's doing because like I listened to that song and laughed, and I've probably listened to it about 10 times. Do you know what I mean? And I'm sad and I'm disappointed to admit that, but it's the truth because it's funny and it's a little like it does just make you feel like happy for like the 2 minutes that it's on, like because it's just a laugh. But it's shite and I don't really like him, so why am I listening to him? But he's got it down to a T. That's the thing, mate.
He's the news story at the moment.
He's claiming he's the king of New York.
You see, he got relocated twice from his fucking...
Mate, a 13-year-old girl put up like an Instagram story. Oh my god, look who my new next door neighbour is.
Yeah. Mate, he's like... How do you go into protective custody when you look like that?
He's doomed, mate, for death.
People must be out to kill him. Like, people must be plotting to kill him like now as we speak.
100%. Like, it's
He must be genuine. He must be genuinely worried about that.
Mate, I reckon he's like accepted that he's gonna die in the next few years. I reckon he's recording as much music as he can.
Really?
On it, mate. Like people are after him. Like you wouldn't want to be his bodyguard, would you?
How is he going to continue to be a music artist? Like when we can go out into the public again, like he's not going to be able to.
Well, he can just record at home. He'll have the money to have his own studio.
I think he's on house arrest.
His own portable studio.
Is he not? Is he not still on house arrest?
Yeah.
Technically,
yeah.
He's still so. Like. I think they let him out. Did they not let him out because of coronavirus?
Because he's got asthma, and he claimed that. Yeah, I read that.
That's mental.
Yeah,
it's actually mental.
Going from one very important subject, Joe, to the next very important subject that came out this week. Or not necessarily came out, but was spoken about this week. Neuralink. Let's finally talk about it. I know you wanted to touch on it last podcast, but I wanted to save it for this one.
Oh, have you done your...
I've watched it now, yeah. I've watched him talk about it. For anyone that doesn't know, this is Elon Musk's big new thing that he's got going. So Elon Musk is the guy who makes Tesla. He wants to go to Mars. Like, he's just this really intelligent dude. And he's created this, I think he said, how big was it? Like less than an inch?
He said like the size of an Apple Watch, like size of the screen on an Apple Watch.
Yeah. He's created this little device that scientists, doctors would drill into your skull and put this little chip in there, essentially, wouldn't they? This is his plan. Which, by the sounds of things, mate, it's getting there.
He said he's ready to test it on a human within a year.
In a year, yeah. Which, when you think how, complex this must be, he must have been working on it for a while, man.
Yeah, because when he went on Rogan the first time, he was, couldn't talk about it, so...
But when you think how much goes into creating an iPhone, a trialed and tested, formula, touchscreen phone, this is something completely new. How long must he have been working on this for? Anyway, so this Neuralink, it's called, is a little... He said it... Did he say it was going to be $3 billion to begin with?
What?
Or $3 million.
What, if someone wanted it?
Yeah, I think so.
Jesus.
I know.
I suppose it's got to start like that, hasn't it? Electric cars.
Well, that's what he said.
Then...
That's what he said. He said that's the starting thing. It's only... That's what it's worth right now because there's, one or something. Yeah. There's going to be one out there. But he said that when they produce more, when it becomes more of a thing, obviously the prices will go down. But mate, the initial... Anyways, back to... We hadn't even explained it. So it's this little chip that you put in your head, and he was saying it connects all these essential wires. I don't know what they actually... What are they?
He said you essentially put wires to target points of the brain that are inactive
damaged
or not working as well.
So
if your brain sends out a signal to say you're blind or something, and your brain sends out that signal, the wire can essentially just fire a signal back at it and stop it from
His plan is to cure blindness, to cure Alzheimer's, to cure these diseses where parts of the brain have been damaged. Yeah, so these little wires that he's going to put in your head basically through this chip are going to be repaired. Your brain, I can't remember what they're fucking called now. Your brain has little wires in it essentially that are biological wires, and these are going to be artificial wires that connect with them and heal them and make them work again.
In layman's terms, for dumb people, that's what it's going to do. Which is crazy.
Really fucking crazy. Scary, mate.
It's one of those things where I'm like, can he actually pull that off? Is he bullshitting? Because it just seems so far-fetched. It seems so far-fetched. Can you imagine blindness just not being a thing anymore?
I know. Or Alzheimer's, mate.
Alzheimer's. Think how big Alzheimer's is.
But, mate, this is the thing he said that really fucking creeped me out. It's amazing, but it's fucking creepy. He said, so this podcast right now, we're filming a video, right? An hour-long video.
Oh, you're talking about the need for speech, no need for speech anymore.
No. No, he wasn't saying that. It was in regards to Alzheimer's and memory. So it was like, this video is recording an hour video, right?
Yeah.
What's going to remember the video better? My phone or my brain?
Your phone.
Your phone knows exactly what happened, pixel by pixel. By every millisecond or every frame. Your phone knows that. I can't remember what we spoke about word for word for the past 45 minutes. I could give you a brief bit about each topic, and that's it. And that's instantly after I've said it. Never mind a day from now. So what he was saying this chip can do is, like a phone, record things and keep it in your...
Preserve memory perfectly.
Not only preserve memory, mate, but make you know it perfectly. So imagine just being able to just remember everything.
What date did we do this? And
what exact time was this?
Yeah.
Mate, imagine quizzes, the chase, just fucking non-existent anymore. But this is the thing. I was thinking it'll dumb down so many great things that us humans have. Like
that's what Rogan was like saying to him, is like, he used the analogy of like campfires. Is like, we don't need campfires anymore, but it's nice to still
be able to do that. Yeah,
it's like, how are we
survival skills. If everything fucking went, if technology just went tomorrow, like, you need survival skills are key.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how to do a campfire. I wish I did.
Are we gonna lose? No, but are we just gonna lose, like, I don't know what the word is, but the charm, like the charm of being human, like the charm of being, you know what it is? It's like the charm of being imperfect. Like, if we're just like, it's like we're becoming robots.
Yeah, mate. This is...
And that was the other thing. That was the thing that I thought you were going to talk about. That it was like, if two people had this chip, we could convey thoughts to each other. Like, we could convey and communicate without... It was like speech is inefficient because you have to compress your thoughts, speak them, and then you have to decompress them, interpret them based on your, like, view of me, your personal experiences.
If you say something to me, like, based on the tone of your voice, I'll, like, if you said, how's your day been? If you went, how's your day been? Or if you went, how's your day been? Like, you get a total different interpretation, but because of this chip, I'd be able to know exactly what you meant by what you said, if that makes sense.
Yeah, so I'd basically be able to communicate. The way he said it was like you could communicate with each other without making sounds with your mouth.
Mad. And you'd know exactly, like, how they were wanting to communicate with you. Like,
can you imagine that?
The mannerisms, everything. Mate, but that is robot shit. That is robot shit. That isn't human shit. It's weird. And this is the other thing, mate. So a load of people in the comments on that video were saying, like, how long is it going to be until some kid in his basement manages to hack the guy with Alzheimer's and control his body? Some dorky kid in his basement figures out how to hack this Neuralink chip. But it's funny. It's funny, but it's true.
Black Mirror. It's literally Black Mirror.
But it would happen. Someone would figure out how to hack into them.
Can you
and
imagine?
Then all of a sudden they've got control of your brain, your limbs, everything.
Yeah,
Fuck
what was he saying?
Man. Fuck that shit.
Well,
I ain't
what was
getting
he
it.
saying as well?
I ain't getting that Neuralink chip unless I've got Alzheimer's, mate. Unless I've seriously got something wrong with me that I aren't me anymore. And if that can make me again, then fuck it. I get it. I wouldn't want to risk anything, mate. I like being human for being human. That's my opinions on it. As amazing as it is. And then they said this, so I'm thinking that in my head. I'm thinking, fuck this. I ain't getting that shit if it's around in my lifetime. But then other people in the comments are saying it's going to get to a point where everybody's going to have this. Everyone's going to have this.
Be like a smartphone.
Exactly.
Smartphone.
Because if you don't get it, you're going to fall behind. So if you don't get it, everyone's going to be conveying thoughts through. People aren't going to be talking. And so everyone's going to be communicating through this Neuralink chip that you know what everyone's saying to you just without even speaking. And then so I'll be like the granddad, grandma, whoever, who never got a smartphone because I don't want to use that shit.
Yeah, but the way, like he did say, like it's not gonna happen overnight. Like it's
I think he's from the future, mate. I genuinely
The
think
thing
he's
is-
some time-travelling wizard. He's
Thing is,
fucking
I don't-
mad, that guy.
I don't think
Have you
we'll
seen how he
lose
speaks
sense.
as well?
Yeah, I know.
He literally
Creepy.
talks like he's got... I reckon he's got one of them in him. And he's half robot. Serious.
I don't
think
think
he
we'll
sound-
lose sense. I don't think we'll lose sense of being human. Hopefully, anyway.
I think, mate, I've got a theory right now. I reckon he's probably already got one of these Neuralink things in his brain.
I mean,
Listen
he
to how
said
he talks.
He said he'd get one. He said he'd get one.
Yeah, but I think he's from the future and he's already got it and he can't say it.
Yeah.
Because he don't want to fuck up the time continuum.
I think you've
thing.
said this. I think you've said
Yeah.
this theory.
Mate, genuinely, he's a mad guy. Imagine, like, tracking. You'd be able to know where everyone is. Like, government would be able to track everyone. I know they kind of do that through phones, but, like, this is bigger than that. Much bigger than that.
We're just we're losing all privacy, essentially.
Exactly. Everyone, they'd be able to know your thoughts. But then, like, would it be... Have you ever seen Minority Report?
Yeah.
Would it kind of be like that, though? Like, would they maybe be able to stop crimes? For anyone that doesn't know, Minority Report's a film where they've created this technology where it's set in the future. It's like a dystopian world. And the police have come up with this technology that shows them crimes about, I think it's like 10 minutes before they happen. So basically, the world's free of crimes because they've got this police team that go out and arrest the people before they actually commit the crimes. Excuse me,
Yeah,
but would this
becomes
Neuralink trip...
problematic, doesn't it?
Yeah, it becomes problematic. Yeah, well, obviously, otherwise there ain't a film about it, is there? But there's got to be some kind of conflict. But would this Neuralink thing essentially be that? So if someone's about to commit an attack, the government would maybe get like a red flag saying this person's going to stab someone or something. And then bang, the police are there straight away. Bosh, arrested before it's even happened. Imagine.
Yeah, that's
not a bad thing.
yeah, but
mate,
is it
the
a
whole-
bad? Is it a bad thing though?
Imagine getting arrested for something that you hadn't even done, that you just thought
Yeah, but we all have intrusive thoughts. Like
Exactly. Mate, this is the thing. Like, I know I'm going to sound like an absolute psychopath, but fuck it, man. If you drive a car and you're telling me you haven't done this, you're lying. When you're driving your car, by yourself usually, not when I've got people in the car, sometimes you'll just think like, oh, imagine if I run this pedestrian over.
yeah,
Like,
yeah, but you do. You think like
it's
you're never gonna
intrusive.
do it.
Do you know what I
You're never
mean?
gonna do it.
Yeah, no, I'd never
But
do
you
that.
all,
But
you always think
just like I could just
thoughts.
fucking drive all over the place, you know.
go GTA, go like full GTA.
Yeah, GTA style. Exactly, but I'd never do it, obviously, but it's sort of like an intrusive thought, like you said. So imagine getting arrested for something, then there's that whole thing. Well, it was just an intrusive thought. Who knows? But yeah, I wanted to touch on Neuralink a bit because I found it interesting. I found it really scary, though. Very
Weird,
scary.
isn't
Yeah,
It's
fucking
it's very
creepy.
it's very hard to know what it's gonna be. Like it's uncertain,
Yeah.
but
Yeah,
it'll be
100%.
interesting. I'm very interested to just see how technology progresses. Like in
Mate,
our
I
lifetime.
just think if we go that far, I don't even think there's a life that's worth living. I think you're more robot than human when you get to that stage, and people need privacy as well.
It'd be like but like think
I'm
about the
human,
things
mate.
that
I'm
would
biological.
change.
I'm not machine.
Think
I'm
about
not
the things
fucking
that'd change. Like would there be any need for like work? Like
I'm just gonna
think
put
about
this
how
to you
many.
now.
Think
Mate,
about
I'm
how
just-
many. Think how working would change. Like
I just want to put this to you now, and I know that a few people might not get this like reference, but imagine if Elon Musk, mate, executes Order 66. That's literally I'm talking about Star Wars here,
you,
right?
you're living in like
In Star Wars, the clones.
Elon Musk is Palpatine.
Yeah, the clones have like, I don't know. I guess it's like a chip in their head, isn't it? In the helmet that tells them that they have to do this thing. They're
Oh, dear.
programmed to do this thing. They know that Order 66 is where they must kill all the Jedis. Like, imagine if we get this chip in our head and then bang, we must kill, I don't know, each other. And then it just wipes out the human race. Elon Musk's the only guy left. And he's king of the world with no one to rule. I don't know, mate. Obviously, that isn't going to happen. But, like, imagine if that was a thing. It's scary. It's scary. Mate, I don't want to be more robot. I just want to be human. That's what I want to be. I want to be human, biological, no electricity flowing through me, unless it's like in a life-saving situation. Then I'll accept it.
I'll get it. I think I'll get it.
Jesus Christ.
He said you can take it out.
Did he?
Yeah.
I know, but then you
If
just
you
have
want
a
to
hole in
be, if you
your
want to
head.
be blind again.
And you have a hole in your head. Fuck that. I don't know. Maybe I'll change my views on it when I hear more about it. But right now, I'm just scared. It's fantastic, though. Let me get that straight. It's amazing. It's mind-blowing.
It's inevitable, though. Like, if these technological advancements can be made, they're going to make them. There's never going to be like oh no, that's too far, because we want to progress. Like,
maybe imagine like, and this is like the final bit I want to touch on it because we've been talking about it for a while. But like accents, don't you find accents attractive? Like you lose that if you can talk without speaking. You lose accents. You lose.
Yeah, but
that.
You would still be able to talk without speaking. There just wouldn't be a need for it, I guess.
I know, but it's just a bit weird, isn't it? You're more machine than man, mate, when it gets to that point, and it's a bit sad. Excuse me, mate. Please tell me I ain't got it. I've coughed twice now.
It's Corona time.
Please, no. Yeah, moving on. We've got a question, Joe, so we're going to... been asked a question.
Shoot.
Bit of a vague one, just quickly touch on it. Have either of you ever thought about travelling to the States? I think it'd be perfect for you.
Who said that?
Craig Blakey.
What, like, I mean, yeah. I was supposed to.
Yeah, I know. So you were obviously meant to go. Just in short, I'd really like to go, like, for a month, 2 months, 3 months. I'd love it. And then, like, I'd love to go throughout my life as well.
This time, like, what date are we on? Yeah, I would be in America a month from now if Corona didn't happen.
Wow, imagine.
How fucking depressing is that? I would have been in
Very.
America for 2 months. Fucking about.
Mad thing. Shocking, that.
But
yeah,
I'm
so
gonna do it next year.
yeah, so you're gonna, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm still
I fucking love to, man. I'd just love
do
to
it.
see it. Apparently, people love girls love the American accent.
The English
love the
accent.
English accent, yeah. American girls love the English accent.
That's
what
the
I
only
would say.
reason he's going.
Blakey.
No, you.
Ah. Both of us.
Yeah, no, I'm still gonna go, provided
And
that
you.
Corona's passed in a year, hopefully.
Let's hope so.
But we were like planning on travelling all over and living it up. We were gonna be in LA on fucking Independence Day, which would have been sick. So yeah. Sorry, you've hit a nerve there. I'm very depressed about it. The fact that I'm not going.
Well, I'm about to cheer you right
But-
up, Joe.
Everything happens for a reason.
I'm about to cheer you right up because we've got our final segment of the day is a new segment.
Oh, exciting.
It is.
I know nothing about it.
And you know nothing about it as well. So I don't know how this is going to work. It might be it might work, it might not. So
A bit finicky.
yeah, it could be a bit finicky because it's the first time we're trying it. So basically, this ending segment, this new segment is called, ready? Obviously, because it's the What's That podcast. It's What's That Snapchat. I'm going to play you a clip from my Snapchat that I've recorded, and you've got to explain
I'm guessing it's on me.
exactly. You've got to explain exactly what was going on, Joe. I want
guessing
no
it is.
filter. I want to fully expose you. All right, full
Brilliant.
exposure.
When
Right,
do I
so
get
I'm-
to do this to you? When's your What's That Snapchat?
Mate, if you want to do something like that,
I don't even know if I've got embarrassing videos of you. Right, so Sam is now sharing his screen with me. Fuck's sake.
Right, this is going to come up for everyone as well. Right, I'm just going to unplug this. Right, so here's the video. Are you ready?
Yeah. Yeah. Brilliant.
Right.
I mean, you could have just. I would have known what video you're talking about.
Yeah, I know, but I wanted you to see it again, mate. So
You just had to get it in there.
obviously,
So that is from our first, I suppose, like lads' holiday.
it was our first lads' holiday. It was in Salou, yeah.
Salou near Barcelona, Spain. That was our only night out, or like
Yeah, no, that was our only night out. Our only
like full
club
on
night out. Yeah,
It wasn't like a lads.
It wasn't like a party holiday that we went
party holiday type thing, but it was a decent night.
Oh,
out.
mate, that night out could have been
Good
so
clubs.
much better if we were all single. It was insane. The clubs were crazy. You didn't even come in the biggest club. They were fucking.
Yeah, I know.
It was
Sorry I
unreal,
missed out.
man. It was class.
Went with Lewis to get a bloody Burger King, didn't I?
Yeah, I know. You wouldn't have been doing that now, I tell you. Me and Blakey
No, I
walking,
wouldn't,
it's
mate.
like fucking heaven.
First fruit door.
It's like fucking heaven. But yeah, so
Absolutely.
back to what I was saying, Joe. Let's describe it. So I'm gonna get it back up for me. I know you can't see this. So basically,
I look so different in that video.
Yeah,
How
I
long
know.
ago was that? Like
2-3 years ago, Al had just turned. Yeah, Al had just turned 18. I was 18, just turned.
were you?
Yeah, it was September. Al had just turned 18.
Jesus.
I think. Yeah.
What year was it? 2018.
Oh no, mate. No. Sorry, Al had just turned 19.
Yeah. Was it? Yeah. Was it 2018?
Yeah.
I think. Yeah.
Yeah, so basically, I'll talk you through the video. So, you're dancing, you've got some shades on, you lift them up, you're living your best life, you lift your arms in the air, clap, and then all of a sudden, there's a woman, taps you on the chest, and you start throwing down some crazy shapes with her. And I get it on record.
Cutting up some shapes.
You threw it down, mate. So, did you pursue this girl?
No.
Why?
Because I was in a relationship at the time.
Oh no.
What? I didn't pursue her.
You look like you were enjoying it though, you dirty dog.
I'd never cheat and I'd never have.
Yeah, I know. No, I know. But I'm just saying, it looks like you were really enjoying it. To be fair, you enjoyed the attention. I think it's fair to say.
I don't really remember it, if I'm being honest,
mate.
I mean, I remember it, but
That changed. But yeah. She was so come on, mate, open up a little bit. So you were in a relationship. A nice, pretty girl comes up to you. She may be watching this right now, and
of course, yeah,
comes
of
and
course
dances with you. Did she say anything to you?
No, I don't think so.
So
You just got to cut up some shapes, haven't you? You can do a bit of harmless dancing. No harm
for a bit of dance. I think you gave her a little
few
hug,
moves.
maybe a peck on the cheek as
wasn't-
well. I think you gave her a kiss on the cheek.
No, I didn't.
I thought you did.
Did I?
I thought you did when you said bye.
I don't even remember speaking a word to her, if I'm honest, mate. And I'm not even lying. I'm not even holding anything back.
Well, I thought, mate.
You've got to cut up some shapes. Nothing wrong with a nice harmless dance. There wasn't any like physical.
Would you have gone there
interaction.
now if it was?
There wasn't any physical interaction from what I can remember.
Would you have gone there now?
Yeah, why not?
Love that. Right. It's not the end there. It's not the end there because it's the first time we're doing this. I've done 2.
Oh, lovely.
So there's a second one, Joe. Are you ready?
I can't wait to get you back.
Mate, there won't be anything that bad of me, I don't think. So this is a nice video, Joe.
What the fuck is this? I don't even know what this is.
Right, mate, you're gonna have to remember because there's not really much audio to this, but here it goes. You ready?
Yeah. A couple of days after that, she just came back here.
What happened?
You say a couple of days after that, we just decided to come back after there. We came back here and shagged. Who were you talking about?
I'm gonna be honest, I have zero context to that video.
So you're saying that you don't remember the girls that you've had sex with?
I don't know.
So you don't remember the
Genuinely
girls
don't know.
that you have had sex with?
Not from a video where I say that I brought a girl back and had sex with her.
Mate, that is...
Yeah, but I don't know when that video was filmed.
I can tell you.
Tell me.
I can't tell you off the top of my head, but I could tell you. I think it was around... I think it was like early 2019. Or late 2019. It was 2019, I'm pretty sure. No!
That's a lot. That's a big difference.
So, but you're saying you don't know who you were talking about? A girl
No, I
who
genuinely
you'd seen a little
don't.
while, you'd seen on a night out, then you saw her the next day, and you took her back, and you just shagged, and then she left. That's what he said.
Well, what do you want me to do even if I remember? Just tell you a name?
No, I don't want a name.
Do
I want a
that.
scenario, mate. I want to know what happened. I want to know the juicy
I can't remember
details.
who it was.
And why were you telling me? Why were you so open to talk about it?
I don't know. You filmed it.
Were you trying to like assert that you're some kind of like player?
I'm guessing you asked.
I know,
me.
but it sounds a bit like you're bragging a bit. I thought
No,
you do like to brag about. You do like to brag
think-
about the girls you sleep with, mate.
no. I think you just like asking me,
Mate,
and I just tell you. I think
You
try and make me out
always
like
say you always say my number's over double yours,
You try and make me out like I'm a player.
mate.
Do you not?
You like to think that you're a player, 100%.
No. I don't think I do. I think you just have a vested interest in my sex life, apparently.
Because it's interesting, more interesting than mine. Cause I'm too fucking nice. That's literally the truth. I could be such a dick, and I could just go shagging about. I don't want to.
No,
I don't want to be
like
Joe.
me,
I don't want to be Joe.
Like me, obviously.
Yeah, no, I.
Stop making me out like Stop making me look out like a dick.
Yeah, but you are a bit.
Why?
No, I'm joking. You're not. You actually treat girls really nice.
Thank you. I do. Thank you.
Nice.
Just putting it out there.
No, you do. He's a lovely man.
I genuinely could not tell you without any context to that video who it was.
But just so we all know, Joe has no idea who that girl was. He don't even care about her. Probably doesn't even remember her name.
Nah, I'll probably remember her name.
Probably.
If you told me the date, if you told me the date, I'd be able to tell you who it was.
Probably.
Probably.
Mate, I think on that note...
but what does that serve? There's not going to be an interesting story there, is there?
I just want to know about your sex life, Joe, to be honest.
Yeah, I know you do, you horny bastard.
Mate, it's getting me through lockdown. I need to know that there's still human contact out there. That there's still...
Well, there isn't at the moment.
touching. Well, of course there is. Couples that have quarantined together.
I know, lucky fucks.
Nice bit
To be
of
fair,
action.
they're probably not feeling lucky.
I miss it, mate. I genuinely think quarantine might push me into a relationship prematurely to what I want.
Just one lined up for when you're out.
I don't know.
Nah, you best not.
No, I don't even know what I want, mate. I know I don't want a relationship right now. But I don't know. I maybe I want a relationship sooner than I think I do. I don't know. It's a weird one.
Just what? You just
Go
want
with the-
one. Just
Go with the flow.
just
If
want
I
one when
meet
it
if I
comes.
meet the right girl, I think I'd be ready to be in a relationship. Do you know what I mean?
Just want one when it comes.
But only if it's the right girl. Like, I feel like I've been single all the way through fucking quarantine. Yeah, I think if I was to meet the right girl, let's end it on this. I quite like this topic. If I was to meet the right girl and she was like the one, the perfect girl for me, I think give it a couple, maybe a few months time, and I'd be happy. But there'd just be like certain conditions to the relationship. You know what I mean? I couldn't have it like my last one, full on, just all the time together. Nah, couldn't do that.
Yeah, chill. More like.
Needs to be a chill relationship.
Easygoing.
Yeah, just like not a companionship, but like a obviously a relationship, but like a trustworthy thing. Like, obviously, I wouldn't go sleeping around. I wouldn't be cheating on her or anything. But I wouldn't really want to be spending every day of the week with her as well.
Yeah.
Like, I'd still want to have enough time to get my own shit done, to see my friends, to go out with my mates. But anyway, that's taught me. I'm saying that.
Need a healthy balance.
I don't want a relationship. I'm saying that's worst case scenario. Worst case scenario. That's best case scenario.
The worst case scenario, I end up in a relationship.
No, wait. That's like, what I mean by that is that's if I met the perfect girl, then that would be the scenario that I'd be getting myself into.
Yeah.
If I don't meet the perfect girl, I'm more than happy being single because I can be productive. Well, I can't be right now because I'm fucking stuck in quarantine. Mate, I cannot wait to make these in person. They're going to be so much better. So much fucking better. They're going to flow better. People will see our on-screen chemistry that you don't get through these podcasts.
Can have our own, like, personal bartender bringing us drinks.
Oh, mate, imagine. Just get
Keep 'em
pissed,
flowing.
big piss up at your house before we go on a night out.
Love it.
And then a little regroup the next day. 2 podcasts a week, one before the night out, one after. So what happened last night? Yogi got his underwear.
God.
Again.
That'll be a good subject. That'll be a good topic.
First night out, I think that's what we do. We have a podcast about the night out. Like a little, just like a 20-minute podcast. Just like a little clip video.
Before and after.
Yeah, it'd be fun. Right, anyways, Young, I think it's been a good one. We got a bit deep. We've had a couple of laughs here and there. We hope the viewers have had a bit of a laugh.
As always.
You know, and enjoyed this
Get
entertainment.
a bit deep, have a laugh.
This, I strongly believe that this could be the best quarantine entertainment
Out there.
out there. Better than anyone's.
Yeah. Better than anything, any film, any TV show
There's
that Netflix
there's
are
some
making.
good shit out there.
YouTube.
But nothing beats the What's That podcast.
Yeah, I'd be inclined to agree.
And nobody beats our viewers. Our 50 to 100. Oh, mate, our video's got fucking nearly 200 views. One of them.
Hey, look at that.
Repping the pod. Right, anyways. I've had enough now. I want to go to bed. It's 4 o'clock. So we'll see you in the next one, guys. Hasta la vista.
Bye-bye. See you later.